It is high noon in Rock Hill, South Carolina. You're in tune to 710 Radio, Rosemary's World of Cannabis. You know how we do each and every time we come on the show. We get all the housekeeping out the way. That means the public service announcements and anything else we need to talk about before we bring our guests on. Y'all know today is Thursday, so today is Elevated Ellen. So get ready, get set. We got a show for you today. And it's going to start just like this.
Hi, my name is Ricky Williams.
My name is Evan Britton.
My name is Mark Costelli.
My name is Boo Williams.
My name is Jim McMahon.
My name is Chris Cluey.
My name is Kyle Turley. I played in one of the major North American football leagues.
I have 2 championship rings from that big game we play at the end of the season.
In college, I won a trophy that looks like this.
I was a punter for 8 seasons, and punters are football players too.
I also wrote the name of the commissioner on my headband, and everyone lost their shit.
The men who play American football are subject to a life of injury,
pain,
and disease,
both during and long after their careers are over.
And that's why I smoke pot.
That's why I smoke cannabis.
That's why I smoke weed. That's why I smoked weed when I played.
It has, without a doubt, reduced the amount of pain I live with.
It's my body. I know.
But for some reason, the major North American non-Canadian football league refuses to allow players to use cannabis.
Instead of allowing for safe, natural healing,
the sport pushes players towards addictive narcotic painkillers with serious side effects.
So let's get real, Roger.
Football players should be allowed to use medicinal marijuana
without the stigma of it being a banned substance.
Cannabis isn't a drug.
It is a medicine.
Are you feeling like a shadow of yourself? Is your mood on its way down? You could be suffering from low THC, also known as cannabinoid deficiency, caused by 77 years of government interference via prohibition. Do you live in a medical cannabis state or the District of Columbia? Are you over the age of 18 and seeking non-toxic natural health, well-being, and peace of mind? Ask your doctor if cannabis may be right for you. After 10,000 years of recorded human use and 77 years of failed prohibition on the world's most extensively tested plant, the results are in. Cannabis has no known lethal dose and is arguably the safest and most comprehensive therapeutic substance known to man. Cannabis remained in the United States pharmacopoeia until 1941, and cannabinoids are currently patented by the federal government as an anti-inflammatory U.S. patent 6630507. Human brains have cannabinoid receptors. Cannabinoids are lubricants in the human body. Due to prohibition, our bodies have been denied essential lubrication. Imagine never changing or adding to the oil in your car. The use of cannabis for low THC may cause immediate relief, including a general feeling of well-being, chronic smiling or laughing, feelings of euphoria, increased creativity or clarity, a greater appreciation for music and art, the desire to dance, increased feelings of inspiration, compassion or unity, a need for truth and justice, or you may wake feeling more well-rested than usual. It's undetermined to know exactly how many symptoms the use of cannabis may alleviate because of federal prohibition. There were dozens identified in the 1909 Eli Lilly Pharmaceutical Handbook. Currently, over 80% of the population supports the right to use cannabis therapeutically, and 92% of its users have declared significant non-toxic relief. The most common side effects, which are usually mild to moderate and may fade or disappear completely over time, are dry mouth and drowsiness. Other more serious side effects can include growing and repairing brain cells and DNA or improve vision, may prevent Alzheimer's, dementia, glaucoma, nausea, and suicide, may provide relief from autism, asthma, anorexia, arthritis, AIDS, cancer, Crohn's, depression, epilepsy, fibromyalgia, gout, IBS, insomnia, MS, migraine, pain, Parkinson's, PTSD, and spasticity. Use caution while driving or doing other physical activities until you know how cannabis affects you. May cause paranoia or nervousness, specifically caused by real-life government intervention in your quest for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness in the USA. Ask your doctor if cannabis may be right for you. Brought to you as a public service announcement by the People's Plant, a campaign of conscience.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, guys, I'm sorry. I know y'all heard a little pause each time, and I do apologize for that. But I got so much crazy breaking on. I got Stan hitting me up on my Facebook chat. I got Killer Mike hitting me up on Twitter. I got people calling me from California. Yeah, it's been that crazy. And who we got on the phone? It's been craziness going on.
Good. It's on and popping around Stanley County.
Girl,
the
yeah.
election is happening, and it's a mess.
Already?
Yes, we have Democrats who are joining the Republican Party to get votes, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Girl, I'm gonna tell you like this here, they doing whatever they got to do to get it in. So it's like this. It's called by whatever means necessary, and that's just what people are doing. And I'm going to let you talk for a minute. My puppy dogs, every time I get on here, they think they got to go to the bathroom during the show. So I'm going to let you handle the show for a minute, Ellen. Let me go let the doggies out.
All right, no problem. Look, I hope you're doing well today. I got to tell you a little bit about what happened last night. I was on Facebook, and I seen Senator Burr from North Carolina was on live. And he was calling out a Republican candidate who was going to be his opponent, who was a Democrat, a registered Democrat until 2006. And he's worried about all of this, and there are people dying. He actually went as far as to go and get campaign records and donation records to make sure that everything was on point. And I want to educate you people in North Carolina about something. Justin Burr said that he didn't sponsor any bills. As long as a bill is in the bill writing department, it's not public knowledge, okay? Because they're going to write that bill and then put it into public knowledge. So don't believe it. If it's not on the website, it could still be in the bill writing department. And that is where he's trying to trick you folks. He thinks that he's actually trying to tell people that everything is public record. No. There are some things that whenever they're in the bill writing department that they will not put on that website. They do not have to put it on that website because it's not considered completed. Once it's completed, it is then available to the public. So, guys, make sure you're going in your state, looking at your bills, learning how this works. We live in referendum states, and basically what this means is petitions don't work. We can march on the Capitol all we want to. It's not going to change a thing until we change a senator's mind, until we change a congressman's mind. And this is the struggle that we are in. We are in the Jim Crow South, and it is terrible. My heart goes out to all of you who suffer due to this injustice that is happening with our government. You are not a criminal. You are someone who is an adult that is responsible and has the choice to choose what you put in your body. So a lot of us are going to catch flack right around this time because people don't want to talk about medical cannabis. People don't want to talk about this stuff. It's taboo. But I'm just going to start throwing alcohol in people's faces. I'm just going to start throwing the fact that they take Xanax and drive. They take their pain medicine and drive. Well, whenever I smoke, I stay my ass at home.
And that's where I segue in. Yep, I mean, I'm loaded for bear. Me and you talked off air briefly early this morning, and you heard what all I was going through. So I'm gonna tell you like this here, guys and girls. We're in a fight for our lives here. Believe it or not, we are fighting for our lives. Because if you watched any of the sessions hearing this morning at 10 a.m. that was down in Columbia, these people still full of shit. And I mean chock full of it. When you got people holding up paperwork saying that we're looking at the protection of our children. We don't want our children getting Pop-Tarts or Kit Kat or whatever it is. We want to protect the children, but we want to make sure they're safe, and we want to make sure. Listen, bitch. And I hate to put it that way, but I'm going to. For 4 years, and I know people going to say she's pissed. Yes, I'm very pissed. For 4 years, y'all fucked around with this. Y'all had Senator Davis and Senator Harper and everybody else going back and forth with this bullshit. That's what it is, it's bullshit. You know, you got everybody on that damn committee has a cell phone. Every last one of them. And if you don't, there's a problem. It's this little thing that's called Google that's on your phone. And if cannabis wasn't so a factor, why does the government have a patent 66009? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So please tell me.
Yeah.
Please tell me what is your malfunction.
They don't want to wake up. They don't want to realize what their government is doing to them. They don't want to realize that this is population control. This is still getting slaves to work for you in the prison industry. They don't want to wake up and look around and think my government would do this to me. Yes, they would.
Yes, they will. But I'm gonna give them credit. I'm gonna give them credit where credit is due. It passed the Senate Medical Affairs Committee 9-5, so it's going ahead and moving on to the next step. That ain't guaranteed that the next step that they won't kill this son of a bitch, because we know how South Carolina is. Because they steady talking about police, the police. The police don't write fucking laws. That's the problem right there. You got SLED got their hand out trying to write bills, which ain't their damn job.
Yeah, and the police are tired of locking people up. We need people to go out and educate people, honey. Now, you can Facebook them, you can email them, you can send them all the letters you want to, but I'm going today at 4 p.m. I don't want to go up here and be political, but I have to, because nobody else in this area is going to go to the 67th District and say, this is important, this is an issue. I need you to help me. And they're not going to lock me up for going and talking about it. The only thing that they can lock me up for is possessing it. They can't even lock me up for consuming it. So, unless it's in my possession and I already know my rights with maritime law, they can touch me. They might make an inconvenience to my life, but I already got their number.
Yep. But, you know, the first and foremost, this is the thing that still boggles my mind and gives me a headache each and every day. Is with South Carolina, for instance, we have a therapeutic law on the books that says cannabis is legal, medical cannabis. But DHEC wouldn't act on it. So here it goes again. We're getting ready to vote another bill in. And I wonder what type of bullshit they're gonna put up with this one. I guarantee you it's gonna be some bullshit. They also approved the amendments to the bill. That's the key thing that people need to remember. The bill was amended. You need to read the amendments as well. I only have one problem with one amendment, and I think y'all heard me state this before. SLED gets 50%. Let me repeat this again. SLED gets 50% of the 6% that's going to be taxed. They get 3% of that. Now, why did SLED get 3%? They're saying SLED has so many things that they got to oversee. They're going to be going into the different grows and stuff like that, checking them out, make sure everybody's legit and up to par. Okay? Necessary, but not necessary. I don't think SLED needs to be going into your grow areas, contaminating them. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about that. So, and SLED has too much. SLED had too much weight on this. And I understand you got to pay the devil sometime to get the devil's in the details. And personally, I think as much as SLED cock blocked this, and I repeat it again, cock blocked this. I have a picture, my own personal picture, where they had SLED up and down the hallways during this fight. You know, you pull officers off the road to intimidate people. So that's why I have a huge fucking issue with giving SLED one red dime or giving them permission to do any fucking thing. That's not their job. They supposed to, they can put input on it. Yeah, they can put, they should have a say. Don't get me wrong. But when you do tactics like that, I lose all respect for you. So I've lost respect for SLED a long time ago. And it's not to reflect on the police officers that fall under that. I have respect for the police, but the person that's in charge, I have no respect for you, sir.
No. Because these men out here in these streets that patrol us, they're following orders. You don't know how many times I've seen police officers say, well, if I wouldn't get in trouble, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If somebody didn't tell me, I don't want to personally do this. It's my job.
Yep.
And that's where we get mixed up. Whenever you go to your job every day, there's things that you don't want to do in your job too, but you do them because that's what you get paid to do.
Right.
It's not that's what you want to do. So, I mean, there are some dirty cops out there, but not all of them are dirty.
Nope, they're not.
And I love our cops. Thank you so much for trying to protect and serve those and doing the best judgment that you know how with what you know. Cops, y'all have a hard job, so I got to take my hat off to you because you have to be the referee, the judge. You got to be everything, all in one little hat.
Yep, I give them credit where credit is due too. So what we got to do now in both states, North and South Carolina, we need to go ahead and start getting the crime bill passed throughout the counties. I got 51 counties here in South Carolina that I'm gonna have to hit to get this decriminalized. So small portions. I'm finna try making the police officer's job a lot easier, like they did in New Orleans. New Orleans have some type of decrim bill where if you get caught smoking the first time, I think the fine is like $25, $50, something like that. It goes all the way up to $100 if they catch you each time. That beats going to jail. But this is the thing I have a little problem with there in New Orleans. They said it's up to the discretion of the officer. So if you run into an asshole decides he wants to lock you up, he can lock you up.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going to be looking at, I'm going to be talking to some people that's on my team that's in a couple other states and see what their decrimination law look like and get with some people here in the Carolinas and go ahead and put the crime law. And I'm going to start with York County first and work from York County on to Chester County and every county. I want to get every county. So what I'm going to be doing is this. I'm going to be asking for volunteers here in South Carolina to help me get this here, the crime bill, started and passed throughout South Carolina. That way, for now, at least we'll have some relief that, you know, Ray and them won't be getting locked up for having a joint.
Right. And I'm still working on resolutions. I called my city manager today. You all know that I helped my police chief write a bill for a Self-Surrender Act to where an addict can surrender themselves as long as they're not in criminal activity. They can surrender themselves to a police officer and no rehab can turn them away. This is big. This is huge to me. So I'm going to continue to work that angle with them. But these resolutions need to be signed in North Carolina. There are some of you who don't agree with this, but Todd Simpson is on to something because Roy Cooper, being in a Democrat position, will honor the resolutions. He is not a Republican, so he looks at that stuff. It's important.
Well, has anybody talked to Roy Cooper to see just how he feels about cannabis?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I have talked to his assistant several times. Roy Cooper is for medical cannabis. They keep blocking him. He has to have so many majorities for him to sign off on something. And the Republicans are already down his, listen, this gun stuff, they're trying to get Cooper voted out about the gun.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen.
But Cooper supported Richard Hudson with the concealed carry licenses being able to go from state to state.
Right.
Roy Cooper knows, he knows the situation in North Carolina. We have a good governor, but these Republicans in the Senate and the House, they are too close-minded, too conservative. With IQ, your IQ measures your ability to learn, not what you know.
No, their IQ matching their shoe size right about now. I'm sorry to say it, but their ability to learn is little to none. Well, this is how I feel about them in North Carolina, and no bones about it. Anytime that you take a bunch of young ladies that's out there trying to bring attention to you and the constituents in your municipalities out there, and you tell them they no longer could go in the state house, they have to talk about it outside. I have a problem with that. I have a problem of people that's supposed to be working for the people locking their doors or saying you're being harassed. I have problems with that. So
I'm going to go ahead and tell it. I'm going to go ahead and tell it, Rose, because I got to go ahead and tell it.
You know this is the day to tell all.
He told us on the news that whenever Rebecca Forbes, Rosemary Wallace, and Mark Dean went up there for the first time, they ran in their offices and locked the doors.
Right?
Why did y'all do that, Justin Burr? Why did you do that, Richard Hudson? Why? We want to know. You represent us. You want our vote. But then whenever we go talk to you, you can't talk to us.
Honey, I have never seen people run so fast before in my life. We need to put them on we need to put them on the track team, the senior track team, because them fools can run. Trust me. They see you coming. They know who we are. That's the sad thing about being who we are, because as of now, everybody knows who Rebecca is, know who I am, know who Mark is, and so on and so forth. So they see us in the hallway or in the elevator. They're trying to push buttons to get the hell out of there.
Oh, yeah. And then Justin Bird last night, towards the end of his live feed, and I'm going to hold him to this. Some other woman commented, I would like to meet with you. And he said, well, I will meet with any citizen that is going to vote for my opposition to change their mind. So I haven't had a chance quite yet to call his office, but I'm going to call him and see if he'll meet with me. I bet you he'll meet with Miss Susan Ferb, and he won't meet with Ellen Lambert because Ellen Lambert actually wants him to help people.
No, this is what you do, Ellen. This is what you do. We're going to have to get somebody that he don't know to make that appointment with. Somebody that he hadn't heard from or seen on the news. And all of us just show up at that meeting. If we said it, he ain't going to do it.
No, he ain't gonna do it. He'll give what's her name a meeting. But I'm telling y'all, he's being dirty, Rose. He's going and trying to tell people that he didn't sponsor bills that I know good damn well he sponsored because I've seen it on the news. And he's reaching as deep as he can. His opponent is so good and will be such a good Republican for this 67th district that he is trying to find out his campaign contributions to get him on that because he can't get him on nothing else.
What the hell?
Yeah. He cannot get Wayne Sasser on anything else. So last night he went and got all his finance reports and posted them on Facebook. Yes, that's what his whole live video was about.
Oh my God.
Was show me a link to the bill that I co-sponsor. You can't get a link, dumbass, because it's in the bill writing department. You get a link that goes through the department.
Can you please share that on my wall, please, so I can share that with everybody else?
Well, see, I was going to share it last night, but it's like I told Justin. I said I would share this, but there's many Democrats that you call snowflakes that will report it, and they're going to be ugly with you.
I don't give a fuck. Hey, it's like this. I've been bullied before, and guess what? I'm still here.
Yeah.
So you know me.
You
know me. I'm only doing what I'm supposed to do, and I represent the people. So if they got a problem with that, they can kiss every bit of my black ass, and instead of getting bigger by the day. So that tells you something.
Yeah. I mean, it really does. So, I mean, yeah, folks, wake up. It's all about the money. They're chasing a dollar. They don't give a damn about us.
Nope.
And that's what makes me feel so bad.
Yep. You hit the nail dead on the head. It's all about dollar bills. And long as they can get them dollars to come flying their way, they gonna do it. The highest bidder wins in this game. So what we need to do is maybe we need to talk to Snoop, Wiz, and all them. They throw us maybe $1 million so we can go ahead and buy us some politicians too, because that's the only way we gonna get in, seem like. Or better yet, I got a better thing than that. I got something better than that, Ellen. It's called vote.
Hold on, Rose. I got to say something now. Everybody wants to talk about Mr. James Conrad over at Ultraviolet.
Okay.
He did a lot of things. Now listen, I'm not saying that everything he did was right. I wasn't around. But I do know for a fact that he had the balls to go in Philip Morris and ask him for $1 million. So if he's got the balls to do that, we're going to have to do that. And guess what? Philip Morris gave him $1 million in industrial hemp happened in North Carolina.
Well, I guess me and you need to make an appointment with Philip Morris then, because Philip Morris, believe it or not, and guys and ladies, don't get me wrong when I say this, but, and I put a big ass but out there on it. Right now, big tobacco is hurting. People are quitting to smoke cigarettes every day. They got soil out there. All they can do is grow tobacco. Cannabis will clean up that soil for them, and they know this. So all they waiting on is somebody come knocking on that door and say, hey, join our team. And me and Ellen is bold enough to do it. I ain't got no problem talking with Philip Morris or any other company that can help us get this money so we can go ahead and get this war on cannabis done, because I'm tired, y'all. I'm just turned 56 years old and I feel like I'm 86. We're arguing with people from state house to state house to state house, and I've been doing this shit for 5 years. And after 5 years, I've watched every other state around me pass medical cannabis. Yesterday, Tennessee passed it 9-5. And God knows I swore that in Florida I swore would be the last state. Guess what? South Carolina, you're going to be the last of the last at the rate you're going. You're going to be the laughing stock, and you're going to be so damn behind. You and North Carolina. I'm talking to both of you.
Why why we have a North and South Carolina, because they're all the same kind of people. It should just be Carolina like it was to begin with, because there ain't no damn difference.
Nope.
Exactly no difference.
Both of them ignorant as hell. Both of them is ignorant as hell. They want to sit up and get paid for doing nothing. Because when I hear politicians sit up in front of me and tell me, notice I say they ain't tell, they're generally speaking, but I'm watching and listening. You tell me you ill prepared for whatever hearing you supposed to be going to, or you had to spend extended time. What the fuck do you mean you have to spend extended time on anything? That's your job. And if you can't do that job, believe me, I'm going to do my job to get your ass replaced. So please hear me plainly and carefully when I say this. This is not a threat. This is a promise.
So, what you just said, though, small business owners in the South, okay, you work overtime. You work extra hours. You work extended hours. I know the small business owners work 16, 18 hours a day.
Right.
So that should be their motive. They should have just as much drive, just as much ambition, and just as much dedication as we do. Now that's just lazy. If you know you got something to do, why do you want to wait until tomorrow to do it? That's procrastination at its finest. I grew up in a military family, so that shit ain't gonna fly.
And I am proud military and married to a first sergeant, so that shit really ain't flying with me at all. Not walking, riding, jump up on a horse and ride that bitch out if you want to. It still ain't flying with me. And I'm still going to be a bitch about it, because the point of it is this. Y'all are over, most of these people that's sitting on these committees is over the age of 30. Over the age of 30. So you mean to tell me that you can't do your job? Guess what? I'm going to do mine. I'm going to vote your asses out. And I'm going to jump on every last committee to do it.
I want to call North Carolina out for a second, because I had a friend. She's passed away. Her name was Rebecca Pierce. She had cancer. Stayed in North Carolina where she couldn't have her pain medicine. She had very, very bad cancer. Her life could have been prolonged. I made her oil. I gave it to her. And in the state of North Carolina,
are you moving around on me? Because we losing you. Ellen? We lost Ellen for a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a quick commercial break. And we're going to see if we can get her back. You're in tune to 710 Radio on Rosemary's World of Cannabis. We'll be right back.
Hi. My name is Ricky Williams.
My name is Evan Britton.
My name is Mark Rostelli.
My name is Boo Williams.
My name is Jim McMahon.
My name is Chris Cluey.
My name is Kyle Turley. I played in one of the major North American football leagues.
I have 2 championship rings from that big game we play at the end of the season.
In college, I won a trophy that looks like this.
I was a punter for 8 seasons, and punters are football players too.
I also wrote the name of the commissioner on my headband, and everyone lost their shit.
The men who play American football are subject to a life of injury,
Pain.
And disease.
Both during and long after their careers are over.
And that's why I smoke pot.
That's why I smoke cannabis.
That's why I smoke weed. That's why I smoked weed when I played.
It has, without a doubt, reduced the amount of pain I live with.
It's my body. I know.
But for some reason, the major North American non-Canadian football league refuses to allow players to use cannabis.
Instead of allowing for safe, natural healing,
The sport pushes players towards addictive narcotic painkillers with serious side effects.
So let's get real, Roger.
Football players should be allowed to use medicinal marijuana
without the stigma of it being a banned substance.
Cannabis isn't a drug.
It is a medicine.
And we're back. Ellen fell off the world, y'all. She was in one of them valleys out there. She fell in a rabbit hole. Well, Ellen, can I throw you a rope right about now and pull you out that hole?
Yeah. Well, what I was saying is, Rebecca had passed away. I gave her oil. She actually had a choice, but the state of North Carolina and the doctors scared her to the point that she would have had a painful death if she took it. We'll take away your pain medicine if you try to save your life. If she is dead now. Why, North Carolina? Why?
That's horrible. And see, that's the thing. That's why I won't agree to take their pain medication, because the point of it is this. You got one or two choices. They give you the pain medication and you take it. Or worse, you take the pain medication, you get the pain medication, and then they take it away from you after you go to fill the next prescription if they find out you're on cannabis. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't lose you. Because I've been hearing beeps and bops and anything. Hey, if anybody owns a Boost Mobile company that got a phone, they need to talk to me, because I'm sick of this darn phone.
Well, now, I have Verizon, and out here in East Texas, the only thing that picks up, I swear, Rose, I still live in a place you can go somewhere and not have cell phone service.
Oh, Jesus.
Still, this thing. Yeah, if you want to go and not have cell phone service, just go fishing. You ain't going, and there's probably many of men that tell their wives they go and fishing quite regularly.
Damn. Y'all is crazy. Hey, but I'm going to share up on Facebook with y'all real quick the response that Killer Mike gave me. I was telling them about the response that when we was coming on air, I was talking about Killer Mike. For those who don't know Killer Mike is a rapper out of Atlanta, and he's been going full ham down there, helping them get bills passed down there in Atlanta. So I hit him up today, and me and him is gonna correspond here in South Carolina. So don't be surprised if you hear somebody talking about they seen Killer Mike, okay? Because, yeah, we that serious about this. I'm done playing with y'all. I'm done talking. You know, you always want to state facts. Facts is this. You got a living, breathing fact right here. I got video proving that cannabis works. I'm sitting here telling you now that cannabis works. But you want the DEA and all the alphabet people to tell you to go on. The FDA and all that. Let me tell you something what the FDA was finna do to y'all. Now, this is what y'all ain't gonna
The FDA done admitted that, hold on, the FDA done admitted that THCV kills from cancer.
Right? But where I was gonna go with this, Ellen, is this. That synthetic marijuana that they had to cancel all the rest of the testing on.
Mm-hmm.
And you wanna know the reason? You wanna know the reason why they stopped it?
Why?
Because it was killing people.
Yeah. He was killing people. And there's a guy that's on my Facebook, Elliot Swallows. He is openly documenting his addiction with synthetic pot. He's addicted to it. He cannot get off of it. And he tried to go to rehab, and the rehab won't take him because of the FDA classification.
Oh, that's that Marinol?
Yeah, no, synthetic spice.
What?
You know, synthetic spice? Yes, FDA declared that it has medicinal use. Synthetic marijuana has medicinal use according to the FDA.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, ma'am, that's the truth.
I won't be taking that shit.
And because he is on synthetic marijuana, they will not let him have rehab without having insurance because it's not a scheduled drug.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. And it ruined his life.
Wow. Yeah, people, please, 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 do not take the synthetic marijuana. Do not take the Marinol. Do not take the spice, because spice will kill you. I know a friend of mine right out of Charlotte right now. They're in one of the psychiatric hospitals in Charlotte. They've been in Charlotte, that hospital in Charlotte now, going on 3 years because they took spice and it drove them absolutely crazy. Yeah, they're being hospitalized and they can't even let them out right now because of the spice that they only ingested it one time. They smoked one joint of it and their life has been ruined. They'll never see the outside again over one joint of spice. But the FDA regulated and said it was safe. Bullshit. I don't trust the FDA. I don't.
No, the FDA also told me that Oxycontin was perfectly fine. I wouldn't get addicted whenever I got my motorcycle wrecked.
Why you think we got the opioid problem that we do right now? But they steady coming out with stronger shit each day. I'm bad as y'all know y'all. If you listen to my Wake and Bake show, I have a favorite song that I play that's by Cat. It's a remix of Cat Williams' Stand Up. And the reason I play this song so much is to a point. Because there's a difference between going to a dispensary and talking about what kind of cannabis you can get, and then going to the street pharmacist, which is AKA what they prefer to call your drug dealer. And what Cat Williams, for those who don't understand what Cat is talking about the strength of cannabis changing every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And talking about the different names. And it's getting stronger and stronger. I like how you say it. It's getting stronger and stronger every 2 weeks. And these niggas ain't saying shit about it. What he's saying is this. They can't say shit because they're uneducated. And I don't mean uneducated source of high school or anything. They're uneducated in the brand of cannabis they have in their possession. They have something that's probably out there that's medical grade. They don't, naturally, what's the first thing they call it? They call it loud. Y'all hear me talking? That's a running joke with me. I cannot stand for somebody that's going to give me a product and just generalize it as loud. That is my biggest pet peeve. If you don't know
what... It's that kush. It's that kush.
Oh, yeah, that kush. And then when you get it, and I know we what they call that? We dry snitching. We dry snitching right now, guys, so bear with us for a second. Then when you get your product and look in the bag, if you can't smell, it ain't kush. If you cannot smell it when you get it in your car, you don't want it.
It ain't kush.
It ain't kush.
If you don't have to put it in a jar to seal it so the smell does not get out, it's not.
It's not. And that's what we deal with here in South Carolina. That's why I play that song so much. Because you'll know when they got some, I got things that's popping up if I stop and somebody says some crazy stuff. You'll know if you got some good product because they do just what he says on that song, and I can't help but laugh every time I hear it because he's telling the truth. They don't mind telling you how strong that cannabis is. Or better yet, they'll open a bag in front of you and that shit be so strong it be about to knock your ass out. Now that's when you got some good. But then when you go to ask them the name, do you know where it came from? I just know there's some good shit, girl. There's some good shit right here. I don't want to know that. I want to know who growed it, where it came from, what's the proper name of it. And I hate to say it, but I lost a lot of people I dealt with because of that. A lot of people. I say it like this: if you say you can't fire your weed man, honey, I done fired a plenty of them. Plenty of them. Either for poor product or you don't know what the shit is. If you don't know what the shit is and you want me to smoke it, no, not happening.
And see, and there's so many issues that with if you choose to get a license or if you're a patient that we need to have because there's certain strains for different things. It's really, it is a one plant will do everything, but people around here in the South, half of them don't even know what sativa and indica is.
Right.
They don't even know the difference between hemp and marijuana.
Right.
So we got our work cut out for us.
Girl, really. Yes. And
and half of them, let me tell you something, I just thought about this. Mm-hmm. Half of them people that were hating on me on Justin Bird's YP, they would shit a brick if they knew that I personally helped 5 industrial hemp farms get going last year. How do you feel about that? How do you feel, Stanley County? Y'all growing cannabis. But you didn't know it, did you?
Yeah, they growing it. And they showed it on Sarah Blake Morgan WBTV on Channel 3 here in Charlotte. They showed it. They showed them growing industrial hemp, and that sucker was pretty. I haven't seen her whole series yet. I'm waiting for her to contact me. I'm hoping she'll contact me, and I'll let her. Hopefully, we'll be talking real soon. I know she liked my Twitter. Yeah, me and Twitter had it going on today. So if you ain't on my Twitter feed, you need to go on it. Miss Green Jeans 1 at Twitter. Check the post out with Sarah Blake Morning and Killer Mike. So I've been on it this morning. I've had to do something to burn this extra energy up because I was sitting around here pissed. Because, I mean, maybe it's a good thing I don't go to these testimonies anymore because I have a headache right now. Just listen to bullshit, man. I mean, I need to find my wet weather gear because it's just too much. And this is what I was going to add to that. It's no reason for no one. If you own a cell phone, and I'm going to say this again, if you own a cell phone, there's no reason why you can't educate yourself. It's too many of us with Minorities for Medical Marijuana from the Florida Panhandle all the way to California coast and everywhere in between. We have representatives all over the place that can help you understand. And if you go to Twitter, you go to Instagram, you go to these different sites, check out Minorities for Medical Marijuana. They got plenty of people that be willing to help you understand. I'm one of them. That's why I do what I do Tuesdays and Thursdays and Monday through Friday. I don't do this for my help. I do it to help others. Yeah, I enjoy doing it. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not bitching. But at the same time,
understand. We lose our health a little bit over this.
Yes.
People, whenever you're if you have a neurological disorder that's in your body, whether it's mental or MS or fibromyalgia or anything, whenever your body gets stressed, you get sicker, and this is stress on us. We had to put up with people calling us potheads. Telling us, hold on, it's almost 4:20. And what I'm trying to tell them is, look, I can, because I'm physically able. I'm not scared to be out in the street. Going and talking to anybody on the street to get a bag of weed does not bother me. But the little old lady that lives next door to me, she should have the right to have access to it. You know? So, and they don't understand. I can smoke a joint anytime I want to. I'm trying to get it to where other people can keep their cannabis, vape their cannabis, do whatever they want to with their cannabis, because they need to have a choice.
Right?
I could smoke anytime I want to. But what about the people who are sick, who are in wheelchairs? How the hell are you going to get a bag of weed? You can't even get out of bed.
Right? You hit the nail dead on the head with that, girl. You hit the nail dead on the head with that. And people don't, the key word, people don't understand. And some people just don't care. You know, but
you know, and you know, I'm tired of people telling me that, oh, we're worried about our kids getting it. Well, how about taking your punk ass home and taking care of your kids if we're talking about me with freaking sour alcohol on your breath?
Oh,
that's arguing with me about cannabis on Facebook at 1 o'clock in the morning whenever I know good and damn well your ass probably hopped up on purpose drinking a damn Busch Light right now. You know, that's just the way I feel about it.
Well, I ain't finna make it no better because I'm finna say this here. The wine association that's got the Bible in one hand and the bottle in the other. Yeah, I'm finna piss some people off, but I'm finna tell you right now. I've worked in this community for the last 14 years between working jobs out in the community and volunteer service. And the very next person that walks up to me with alcohol on their breath and just got out of a car and tell me about my cannabis, I got some words for you. You can go take all your medications and everything else and drink behind it. Get in a car and smell like you felt out the distillery. But I'm supposed to accept that. But if I decide to smoke a joint, go in my house to the store, I got to hear somebody, ooh, somebody smell like weed. I'm like, ooh, I might smell like weed, but at least I don't smell like I fell out the bottom of a barrel.
Yes.
Don't start slinging, because if you start slinging with me, I'm gonna sling back.
Rose, I got to make our disclaimer. Now, back in the day, I drank a half a gallon of Secret 7 and a case of Busch Light every day. So I have supported alcohol.
We both have.
I'm pretty sure whenever I quit drinking, the third shift at Anheuser-Busch probably got laid off. That's all right. But I don't like the smell of it no more. No, that's nasty. You smell nasty. And you think it's okay. And then you want to turn around and talk about the way I smell. I smell like a skunk. I'd rather smell a damn skunk than your damn drunk ass any day.
And this is the combination that go along with it. And we're not trying to pick on people that drink alcohol, because I occasionally still might take a drink. And notice the key word, might. It's got to be somebody's birthday, or we're toasting a celebration or something like that. But as far as me, I've been clean and sober for a long time. I mean, I used to, honey, let me tell you something. When I say I could outdrink some of the soldiers, that's no lie. Me and my Slits Malt, or me and my Hennessy, honey, I could drink your ass up under the table back in the day. So no, I'm not.
People don't understand. That's all soldiers do.
That's it.
I mean, we grew up in the military, and they think that it's okay. Okay, now you know that the soldier is going to go home and drink a case of beer, but go ahead and give us some Seroquel and some Xanax.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
But that's the culture, though. I'm glad you segue into that. That's the culture of the military. Believe it or not, you go to these military balls, you got alcohol sitting on the table with a glass of wine. Then, and I mean, this ain't the best wine either. This is some nasty shit. And I know people are laughing right about now because they know I'm telling the truth. Then you got this big ass grog bowl that sits in the front of the room, where all the tables are in the back part of the room. And this big ass grog bowl that then throw everything up under the sun in this bowl. And they ask, somebody is rude as heck. Yeah, somebody gonna have to get over themselves, because I'm not answering that phone right now. Obviously,
well, you got a problem. My own mother, okay, now, she don't smoke weed, she drinks, okay, she's as good as good can get. I was a drunk. She looked at me and she said, I'm tired of you. I said, what do you mean? She said, she handed me $60, and she said, if you don't go, and she said, this is for weed. Don't you buy no beer. Don't you buy nothing else with it. Only weed. And you need to only smoke weed. Do you understand me? I about fell out.
What?
Yes. She said, I will not go buy you a 6-pack of beer, but here, go get you a big old sack, because that's what the hell you need.
I love your mama. And that's what a lot of people need here around this area. They need to go smoke some weed for real. I mean, dang. I'm gonna use another phrase from Cat Williams. I think if some of them smoked weed, it would clear up some of the problems they got in their head. You know what I'm saying? It really would.
Yeah, calm them down. Let them focus.
Okay.
You know, I noticed that whenever I have so many thoughts going on in my head, 3 or 4, 6, 10 things going on, if I smoke, I can concentrate on the one thing at the time.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go to the chat board real quick. We got somebody on the chat board. We got Lizzie on the chat board. I understand you like your fruity drinks, Lizzie, and we ain't trying to tell you to stop. So, but she said she loves her joints.
You drink if you want to.
If you drink if you want to, baby. We're not trying to stop you from drinking. But what we're saying is this. We have, and Lizzie's in Florida, by the way, guys. Good afternoon, Lizzie. I love you to death, and thank you for commenting. Lizzie from Florida, what we're saying is this. We're not trying to tell anybody not to drink, by no means. But what we want people to understand is this here in South Carolina, where we don't have cannabis, and in North Carolina, where we don't have cannabis. And I watched this. I was on the usher board for 20-some years. I would be in my usher's uniform, stopping by the store, embarrassed to buy a blunt wrap, but I watched the deacon of one of the churches I had just left from going there and buy a 12-pack.
Right? And they have the choice. That's all we want is the choice. We're not trying to push this on you. We're not saying you must smoke weed. We're not trying to tell you how to live your life. But we want a choice. You have a choice. Why can't I have a choice?
Right? And people don't look, and people truly do not look at it that way. And that's what drives me just absolutely batty. Is that I want a choice.
They want to say that we live in America. No, we don't.
How the hell?
I'm not being heard.
How the hell? They say we're not in America right now because 30 states in the District of Columbia has cannabis and the rest of us don't. How is that united?
It's not in any way. So, you know, you can't sit there and say that you're for America and you're for free speech and you're for the Second Amendment and you're for the Bill of Rights. If you're sitting there saying, I don't have a choice to consume a plant.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's so
asking to shoot up heroin. I'm not asking. Listen, y'all can snort all the pills you want to, and that you get from the pharmacy. I don't want to snort pills. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying all of y'all, but some of y'all. If y'all can snort pills and kill yourself, why can't I smoke a plant and live?
That is so true. I know you hear me typing. I'm on the chat board. Good afternoon, Miss Canna Crocker. How are you doing today? Girl, this chat board, what you can't see, and unless you're on the chat board, you can't see what's going on. This chat board is off the chain today, guys. And I appreciate everybody that's tuning in and commenting. And also what we need to do today, Ellen, you need to let everybody know where we're going to be at today live. Whilst I'm finished chatting real quick, whilst I'm doing that.
Now, I'm going to go live from our Southern Accent Cannabis Connection page. I'm going to plug my boy, Brian Hambaby Phillips at his tattoo shop, Sunny Days, and get his little face out there. He's been a mad supporter of mine. I don't know if he'll listen to the show, but he has had my back. He's been an A1 from day one. And he is now in a position where he got charged with some cannabis prior to the last charge that he had. He's a felon. So he had to go out and make his own way and make his own business. And I applaud him for that. And because he chose to take that negative and turn it into a positive, I think that he deserves just a little plug.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And Rose is going to be with me.
Exactly. Yeah, what time are we doing that today?
Probably about 3:30 or 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay, well, I know you'll call me and remind me on that. Yeah,
I think we might need to do 3 because I want to get out to Locust to see this. I want to go see Wayne Sasser before everyone gets there and talk to him in private about my concerns because I am trying to be respectful. I'm not out here trying to rub this in everybody's face. I don't want to call out Justin Burr in front of everybody. I did that last night. But anyway.
See what happens when you hang out with people like me. You know what? I corrupt people. I ain't gonna lie to you. I get people motivated to go do it. They gotta do it. My girl Ellie and my boy Mark and my girl Canna Crocker that's listening right now. Y'all motivate me. You talking about motivation? They motivate, guys. And I mean, each one of them is in their own little planet. Lizzie is in Florida doing her thing. Canna Crocker, she's, I believe, out in Michigan doing her thing. You're doing your thing in North Carolina. I'm doing my thing in South Carolina. It takes people getting from behind the screens. Yeah, we can be thugs like we want to on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and talk shit. But it takes you getting your ass up from your computer, opening that door up, going outside, and actually talk to other people face to face. And that's something we all have to do. I have to do it, and so does these other ladies. We all get it done one way or the other. But this is what's going to go down next. Like I told you, you're going to hear me everywhere. Besides doing the show here, and besides doing the show on Southern Accent Cannabis, I've been asked to do another show across the pond. I hadn't even told you about that yet. That popped up on my feed this morning as well in my email. I've been asked to do a show in the UK.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. So that lets me know that people are listening, even though I have a Southern accent. People don't care. And I must be resonating with somebody for somebody in the UK to say, hey, we want you to talk about cannabis with us.
Yes, because, listen, there's not enough of us talking. If you're scared to talk, look, we're out here talking. We're fine. We're fine. As long as you're respectful to people, they look at you as a help and not a hindrance.
Right. And the key word is respectful. Each show we do, yeah, we have a little fun. Yeah, we get a little raunchy on occasion. But we're respectful when we go out to these public officials. We dress for success. Last night they was teasing me. Normally I go see Doc Honeycutt. I'm normally in my t-shirt and blue jeans. So last night when I walked up, they didn't even recognize me because I had on a nice dress, had a little makeup on and everything. They're like, Rosemary? I'm like, yeah, it's me. They're like, well, what's up with this? I'm like, because it's you, Doc. I want to show you that I can dress up and I can do these things. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want everybody to see the stoner image, because a lot of people do see me out there in the blue jeans and the different t-shirts, but that's to get your attention to start talking. And believe it or not, those t-shirts I wear causes a lot of conversations everywhere I go.
Yes,
and that's the reason why I wear the t-shirts, because I want you to start talking. So now that I got you talking, I got to go ahead and go into my business mode and have the business dress, the business walk, the business talk, so y'all can take me seriously and don't see me as a stoner. See me as a patient that needs help to get the products to get everyone well. We got 5 minutes left. Ellen, where you want to go?
Well, I want to remind the folks that you can do anything you put your mind to. If your mind can see it, you can do it. It can come to pass. So don't be out here thinking that everybody's telling us no. We're not getting anywhere, because we are. Okay? And whenever we shut up, that's whenever the fight stops. Whenever you stop fighting, that's whenever the fight stops. And so you can't stop. You cannot stop. Get louder. Educate yourself more, research more, and I'm always available to help you in any way I can. I am a writer. I'm a legal writer. I will help you do anything you need to do. And please look out for us whenever we launch our radio station in May, Southern Accent Cannabis Connection.
That is so true. Thank you for going to that point. April just hit me up and let me know the bill is moving to the Senate floor. So, South Carolina, call your senators. Call them, email them, write them. Let them know it's on the floor. We need it passed. So, that's going to be what I'm going to be charging people with. We're going to go Facebook Live on Southern Accent Cannabis. And I think I'm going to go Facebook Live probably around about... We're getting close to 1 o'clock, so probably around about 1:30, because I got some other housekeeping I need to take care of real quick. So 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will be going Facebook Live by myself to talk about these bills going to the next part. And then look for me to be with Ellen at 3:30, 4 o'clock on Southern Cannabis Connections. Because believe it or not, people are talking about that Southern Cannabis Connections all over the place already. And we haven't even launched one show yet. So that should tell you something right there.
Yes. And we appreciate all the love and support. We promise that we're going to represent all of you well. Next week, I'm going to set up a little photo shoot. I have got a mason jar, and fried green tomatoes are going to be hard to find some green tomatoes, so I don't know, I might have to get some okra or something like that. But, we're getting some more things together and some more pictures together, and I want everybody to know that we're going to represent everyone well. Everyone is welcome, and we're not going to discriminate. We're going to try to accommodate you in any way that we can with love.
Hey, amen to that, sister. So, we got about 2 minutes left. Let them know where they can reach you at, Ellen.
You can find me on Facebook, Ellen Nikki Worth Lambert. You can also go to Southern Accent Cannabis Connection. I also am with LEAP, which used to be Law Enforcement Against Prohibition, but it's Law Enforcement Action Partnership. And if you know of someone who would like to talk to an officer, or you need an officer to help explain some things to your city, please feel free to give Daryl Kazmarek and myself a call.
That works. Okay, and y'all know how to reach me. If you don't, let's go ahead and break down all the ways you can reach me. First of all, let me give you a new one. I have a website called The Voice of Rosemary. Once again, thevoiceofrosemary.com. I have pictures, I have information, and it's still under construction, but we do have a website, so you can hit us there, and it has all the information that you need. Second of all, hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Dubby, Snapchat. Now, on Twitter, you got to add the number 1. Repeating, you got to add the number 1 on Twitter. Now, the rest of them is Miss Green Jeans. You can hit me up on all those. And also, you can hit me up on Facebook under my personal page, Rosemary James Wallace, or you can hit me up on Southern Accents Cannabis Connections, or you can hit me up on Miss Green Jeans. So, ain't no way in the world you say you can't hit me up. But also, I need to go ahead and thank the following sponsors as well that makes everything happen. I need to thank Imagine This. I need to thank Rick Rainwright, 710 Radio. Thank you, Rick, Thank you for letting me do what I do Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, because if it wasn't for Rick and y'all, I wouldn't be doing this. And thirdly, I want to thank Miss Canna Crocker for helping me with this website, also with the book, also to get me on the microdosing. And she's got a page also that she's doing grassroots web design. I done forgot the name right off the top of my head. She's gonna shoot me later because I know she's listening, but I did mention it. I have it shared on my page. I'm gonna reshare it on all the sites that I just told you about, and we got it less than 30 seconds left. Once again, thank you from the bottom of all our hearts, and let's get this job done. Make sure you make phone calls today, tomorrow, until this bill moves off the floor into the next level to a law. Burn them phone down, okay? You got a phone, you got one right in front of you right now that you're probably playing Candy Crush on. I know you is. So I gotta go ahead and close like this here, guys, because we're right at the 1 hour mark. From the Rocky Mountain tops of Denver, Colorado, all the way down to the clay here in Rock Hills, South Carolina. You've been informed, entertained, and educated. And you got a little bit of news in too. And I know you're laughing. I hear you laughing right now. Hey, you'll catch me and Ellen at the same time next Thursday at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Be blessed, ladies and gentlemen.